Good afternoon, everyone. This is Wednesday, April 9, 2025. How many of you have listened to the governor of Plateau State on Chinese television yesterday? He made a shocking revelation, but for me, it's not a revelation, it's not a new thing because I already know what he's talking about. Now, we are going to understand and analyze his press briefing at Chinese television yesterday. And most of the things he said that you know is that the people who are terrorizing Plateau State have sponsors, that these people are being sponsored. Okay, the question that we are going to deal with is who is sponsoring them. That is number one. Number two, he said that what they are carrying out is genocidal. And it's not a new thing. If you have been following me, I talked about the agenda of all these terrorist activities. Now, the third thing he said is that 64 communities are under terrorist control. 64 communities are under terrorist control. Now, I am going to let you understand the meaning of communities being under terrorist control. You have your community, right? Do you know what it means? 64 times your community under terrorist control. These communities are not mere villages. They are more than one local government too. They are under terrorist control. In your own local government, count how many communities there. In my own local government, it's not up to 20 communities. So when we are talking about 60 communities, it could spread up to 4 local governments. Does that state still under Nigeria government control? No, absolutely no. So I am going to tell you why people are still living in these communities freely. Some people, they chase them away. They rename the community, and people who are living under them, as far as you agree to live under Sharia law, they will allow you to live under them. These are the things we are going to unfold in this video. Just take a listen to part of the interview he granted.
To be honest with you, these attacks are not new. They've been going on for the last 10 years or more. It's just that they were never brought to national attention. In Bokos particularly, Bokos is one of God's gifts to Plateau State. Beautiful landscape, great mineral deposits, and so, but it's a very treacherous terrain. These communities that have been recently attacked were part of the communities that were attacked in 2023. But they survived it. They rebuilt themselves. The Rui community that was first attacked lost about 17 people in 2023. But they bounced back to show you the resilience of the people. Now, if these kind of attacks have been going on for close to 10 years, it tells you a story that there is a deliberate, conscious attempt to clean out populations, and for what reason other than to reoccupy. As I'm talking to you, there are not less than 64 communities that have been taken over by bandits on the plateau between Bokos, Barikiladi, and Riom local governments. They have been taken over, renamed, and people are living there conveniently on lands they push people away to occupy. And these are things that we've been trying to embark on dialogue to make sure that these communities, these people return to their communities. But because of the proliferation of arms, which has become quite alarming, and I'm talking now not about small arms, it's real sophisticated arms in the hands of non-state actors, it has become more challenging for communities to be able to live in peace. So I can tell you in all honesty that I cannot find any explanation other than genocide sponsored by terrorists. The question is, who is the person, who are the persons behind the organizers of this terrorism? This is what the security agencies must help us to unravel. We must come to the point where we know the sponsors, because it is not just the work of ordinary people. This is being sponsored from somewhere. And I'm sure that in the coming days, the security agencies will work together, not at cross purposes, but in unison, to be able to bring out the requisite intelligence that will help us to put this matter behind us.
Now, you hear what the governor said, right? Most of my videos, I have blamed this governor for sleeping on top of the genocidal activities going on in his state. I condemned him in 2023 after the same group of people laid siege on communities, killing 140 persons, Christians, on the eve of Christmas. The whole world was outraged, tweeting about it. This same governor traveled to Lagos to stay with Tinubu to celebrate Christmas. That was totally condemnable. And that is why I do blame this governor, time without number. Now, on 27, 28, 29, there are some pastors who came to national television, Chinese television. They told us that in Plateau State, that most of the schools have been occupied by these people for 10 years. Now, this governor is telling you that 64 communities are under these people. I mean, how can you call Nigeria a nation where 64 communities are under? In Plateau State alone, yesterday, Governor Zulum was telling you that Borno State is losing land to Bokoharam. All these things is just Islamization agenda. Who are living in these 64 communities? Food for thought. Go and think about this. Who are living there? These are the people who have total obedience to Sharia. Not Nigerian constitution, not anybody. You can't come there to have a church. And this is 4 community, no church in these 64 communities. I am sorry to say shame on pastors and most Christians in Nigeria who are still sleeping and they don't even know what is going on. They are bent to playing politics at the detriment of their people. Okay? Plateau State is never a Muslim state. It's never a Muslim state. So why the hell is all these people coming? Imagine changing the names of your communities after they must have chased you out. Now, let us analyze what this governor said. The article reads from Sahara Reporters that the governor of Plateau State, Caleb Muftwang, has described the ongoing wave of deadly attacks in the state as genocidal, sponsored by terrorist group, okay? Genocide sponsored by terrorist groups, following the latest onslaught in Bekos local government area that left over 50 people dead and thousands displaced. This happened without president's comment, without CDS Musa comment, without DSS chief comment, without police ID comment. But they are looking for words to find that is not looking for them. Now, speaking during an appearance on Chinese television, that is the part of the video you watch, okay? On Tuesday, Governor Muftwang expressed deep frustration over the continued violence, calling for urgent security intervention and the identification of those behind the assault. Now, if these people are arrested, they will release them. There is a total collusion between people in government and these people. People in government are sponsoring these people. I said so. I have proofs of what I'm saying. People in government are sponsoring these people. Okay, this is exactly the governor said. I can tell you in all honesty that I cannot find any explanation other than genocide sponsored by terrorists, Muftwang said. You heard him saying that. The question is, who are the persons behind the organizers of this terrorism? This is what the security agencies must help us to unravel. For how many years? For how many years are they going to help you to unravel it? The security agencies are aware of this. They know about this. They know what is going on. So what the hell are people talking about? Ask people in government. They know about this. Kunle Olawumi is still alive, the head of Nigeria Intelligence Agency, who revealed everything that is going on. He said, DSS is aware, ask DSS. NIA is aware, ask them. This is his Islamization agenda. Kunle Olawumi said so. The head of Nigeria Intelligence Agency. So, if Nigerians who are Christians can't help themselves, if the Southerners can't help themselves, if Christians in the North can't help themselves, they should do what they want to do, call who you want to call, because the war is getting up every day. Okay? The world is increasing every day. Nigeria is at war. Now, the governor stated that the attack has gone beyond familiar narrative of former headers clashes and instead represent a deliberate campaign to wipe the entire community. I told you people that this is not headers farmers clash. They hide under headers. They hide under Fulani. They hide under this. They hide under that. Majority of their numbers are Fulani, but all of them, most Fulanis are Nigerians. Most Fulanis are good. Okay? But majority of these people doing this are Fulanis. Now, we must come to the point where we know the sponsors, because it is not just the work of ordinary people. This is being sponsored from somewhere, he added. But this is also hypocrisy, because Governor Muftwang, I am not sure that you, Governor, don't know the genesis of all these things, where all these things are going to. You, Governor Muftwang, can't tell me that you don't know. No, I refuse to agree based on what I know that you don't know. So who are you coming to deceive on Chinese television? Don't you have integrity to speak like Kundon Naomi spoke on Chinese television? You are just a governor. He was the head of Nigeria Intelligence Agency. So a governor can come out and speak. Are you afraid that maybe when you come down, they will kill you? Anyway, now, he said, in recent weeks, multiple communities in Bekos local government and other parts of the north-central state have been attacked, with homes destroyed and survivors forced to flee. The governor revealed that at least 64 communities across Bekos, Barkinlade, and Riyom local government areas had been forcibly taken over by the armed group. As I am talking to you, this is what he said exactly. There are not less than 64 communities that have been taken over by bandits on the Plateau. They have been taken over, renamed, and people are living there conveniently on the lands they push people away to occupy, he said. These are their missions. This was what prompted Nnamdi Kanu to start saying that the agitation for the sovereign state of Biafra must be actualized. That was the reason why Ojukwu declared Biafra, to save his people. Just to save his people. We are living in a dangerous time in Nigeria. Okay? Now, Plateau State has been a flashpoint for ethno-religious and resource-based conflict over the years. However, the scale and intensity of the current violence, including a massacre that claimed nearly 200 lives during Christmas 2023, has raised fear of a deepening security crisis. Governor Muftwang called on Nigeria security agencies to act in unison and deliver the intelligence needed to stop further bloodshed. I am sure that in the coming days, this is exactly what he said, the security agencies will work together, not at cross purpose, but in unison, to be able to bring out the requisite intelligence that will help us to put this matter behind us, he said. And I can stand here tall to tell you, Governor, it's not going to happen. It's not going to happen because when they came to kill 200 people in your state, they gave the security agencies, they gave them 33 distress corps. The military position in the area to help them did not pick up. And for good 48 hours, 2 days, your people have been massacred. None of you responded to it. I think I could say that even you, Governor, are colluding with them, because that your attitude has not been explained. You don't have explanation to what happened to your people then. Why you did not respond. Why you leave them. You leave dead bodies and travel to Lagos to see Tinubu. You all are colluding in this, according to T.Y. Danjuma, who is now regretting everything he did for this state, Nigeria, to keep people one and be dying. He regretted about people he killed during the war. He said that the security agencies, the military, the police, are colluding with the armed bandits to commit the ethnic cleansing against the people. Nigerians, it is time to wake up. We are at war already. We are at war. Tell me, the villages in the southern Nigeria, how many of them are going to farms again? It's the same strategy. Push people out. Push people out of their community. I had a dream the other day that I shared with so many people, but not online. In that dream, we were looking for bandits in the bush as usual. We were holding guns, searching for them. But when we found them, we started seeing the faces of politicians we know. Okay? When we wanted to shoot them. Because of that, we did not shoot again in that dream. And while we were going back, we were seeing the whole bushes inside the bush. They were filled with mosques. I shared that dream with so many people. I said, this is nothing but Islamization agenda. So I am saying this because if you have been following me, this is not the first time I'm saying this. So I started saying this long time ago. So my recent exposition into or awareness into what is going on is not overnight event. It's out of following what is going on, researching the causes and the consequences and motives behind the attacks in Nigeria. Anyway, I'm just talking about what is going on in Plateau. The same thing in Benue, Kaduna, Yobe, Enugu, Ebonyi, Delta State, Edo State, the same people. Nigeria is under siege. In Yoruba land, Osun, Oyo, Kwara, and so on and so forth. The same thing is going on. So Nigeria is at the mercy of the terrorists, but people are going to fight with the last blood, the last drop of their blood, and victory will be achieved. The most important thing we are saying in this is that the only exit strategy I know personally, I don't know about you, is the separation of Nigeria. Have you ever seen any politician, including Tinubu, Atiku, P2B, all of them, have you ever listened to them talking about the killings in Nigeria? They won't talk about it. Their priority is not lives and property. If they enter, if any of them enter, the same thing will continue. So changing political regime is not the hope of the people. Changing politicians is not the hope of the people. Changing political parties is not the hope of the people. The hope of the people is the sovereign indigenous terrain where people can secure themselves, where people can provide their security. Let me talk less. I'm talking about the Aburi Accord. That is the minimum something that will happen in this country. Minimum. Everybody have your own security. Manage your own resources. That is just the minimum something that will happen in this country. But if you ask me, I will say that should not happen, that we should go for total separation. Because the time to have implemented this Aburi Accord is fast over. Nigeria is on that stage.